This is an updated guide on how to play Wybrook. And I'm on the Raider side as well here, so you can see from that perspective. The points, it's a 3-point rotation. So there is gate, which is up here, tower, this is tower, and then there's also bottom where term is right now here. I'll go over tower here first. So generally, alongside this, you will, if you have an 8v8, which is the most common ratio for this map, but it can go up to 12v12. You'll want to send probably about 5 on turn, and then 2 to 3 gate, just depending on kind of how your team plays and if you might need that extra player on gate. Um, Playing in here in turn, we call these panda crates. These are calls for that. And then this, you just say if this is left or right for these crates. Generally, you'll be having your team push in to the non-panda crates. So that'll be these. You'll be kind of pushing in this way, and you're able to take term from here. The term spawns right here, as you can see kind of from that rotation. And that's kind of the main way to reinforce. If you need to retake tower, there are multiple ways to do this. That'll be either you can get on top from just the main jump pad here, or the best way to do it and the most meta way to do it, you can split your sides here, and then you all run towards a specific side. That way you can clear out the first side first and get in on the other. So splitting sides on the side pads in tower is a great way to retake tower if you need it. I'll talk about bottom next. So there is bottom point, it spawns right down here. The only way to get back up is through this elevator. And there are multiple ways to play this, and all of them are viable strategies. You just have to really try them out and see what works best for your team as well as the defending team. You can either have your full team playing all down here along the crates, or what also kind of works is you have a lot of your team playing this middle crate here, as well as some playing on the back crates, depending on how you're trying to get in here. If you want to be able to retake this, assuming the defenders or raiders are holding this area in here, the best way to do that is actually to drop, have your team come up here and then drop, and kind of focus on one side. The next point, and probably the most important point here, I will talk about gate. So gate, like I was saying earlier, you will be wanting to send 2 to 3 players, and maybe 4, to gate, your best players to gate. The reason being, this is a damage farm. You can come here and open this button, and the windows will fall. And you can really damage from spawn. This is kind of how you do the spawn kill. You can also shoot down into tower, which is kind of why a lot of people say don't play gate side whenever you're playing for tower. Your team should not be playing gate side if at all possible. You can also, while here in gate, you can press the gas. That is just this red lever here. You click it, an alarm will sound, and down in bottom, gas will start to raise after a few seconds. So as you can see here, this will really force the holding team out down here. So oftentimes people will have, while the point is bottom, people will have folks, maybe 2 players trying to play for gate so that they can hit gas and force the holding team out from bottom. And then you can just beam them as they come out in the elevator. There are 3 ways to get into gate. For the other points, there are only 2, but for gate, there are 3. There's just these main doors here, or there are vents on each team's balcony, and they are kind of long. But in a pinch, they can be used. They're really good for going in and trying to take cubby first, for example. It's important to have a few people playing here while you have gate, so that way they can shoot multiple different angles. There's also this is here, we call this mid pad. Now you can do this if you just run along the wall from spawn. You can get all the way over here, and this is a fantastic way to do this. The best way that we have found to retake gate is to have your team split both mid pad and one of the gates. Preferably, you can do all 3, and that seems to work really well. We've also seen though where people will do vents and main doors. There's just kind of a lot of different combinations you can do in order to retake it. You can be very creative with it. Um, what works best for your team may not work best for another team, which is kind of the uniqueness of Wybrook and why it's been so well received. Because there's lots of different strategies you can do in order to hold this. Um, so those are the basic premises. If you have any questions, feel free to ping me, and I'll be happy to go over the base with you. Thank you.